happened on Tuesday, February 27th. We got a lot of games. The first game is the Warriors beat the Washington Wizards. This is Jordan Poole versus his old team again. CP3 is also back. If you want to pick him up, well, he had a great game, 6 assists with 4 steals. It might take him a little while to ramp up. So if you want to have him, it's totally fine. I don't know how many minutes he's really gonna get. But even before, right, he'll play 25, 26 minutes anyway. And now that Klay Thompson is off the bench, so you got those two coming off the bench. Klay had hit 6 threes, 25 points. Okay, game. He's not a must roster. Although I would say he has been playing better off the bench, um, for sure. Steph Curry did struggle quite a bit, 4 for 16 from the three, 6 assists, a steal and a block. Steph Curry's efficiency has dropped off in the last month. On the season, he's probably still fine. Steph Curry, 17th ranked player, shooting 47%, so he's still okay. Draymond played 29 minutes. He's a must roster, 8 points, 8 rebounds, but no defensive stats. Jonathan Kuminga, huge game versus the Wizards. Of course, Wizards don't really play any defense. And how about Jordan Poole? Another game off the bench, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 threes, 12 points. Could be worse, but he did have 6 turnovers. And Tyus Jones is just absolutely going crazy right now. 17 assists and 2 steals. 17 in 36 minutes. This is why, when he got drafted in the 60s, in the 5th or 6th round, this is why. Because he can put up numbers. And then toward the end of the season, he's getting the minutes, he's getting the minutes, he's getting, I guess the ball in his hands a lot more. Kyle Kuzma, meanwhile, 27 points, continue to be amazing. Landry Shaman has been starting, getting great minutes. If you need threes, you get him, but he's only there for a 3-point streamer. And Marvin Bagley is a must roster. 20 points, 9 rebounds with a steal and 2 blocks. He's been playing really well. And it looks like he's going to be the starting center now that Gafford is out of the way. And Corey Kispert, another guy that we could stream with Danny Advia out. The next one is the Brooklyn Nets. What are we doing? Got destroyed by the Magic, 81-108. Dennis Schroeder started, but he just played 25 minutes. He is not a must roster. Even when Ben Simmons is not playing, he gets 25 minutes. I know this is a blowout. Otherwise, he might play a few more games. But he doesn't really get assists on this team either. Mikal Bridges continues to be just absolutely horrible. 4 points, 2 assists, and a steal. But next year, right, because how poorly he finished the season, you might get him cheap. If you draft this guy in the 4th round, I think that's a great deal. To me, just a top 50 player. The Claxton, also horrible. Dorian Finney-Smith added 2 steals and a block. Cameron Johnson played 29 minutes. These guys are not must roster players. Cameron Johnson and Dorian Finney-Smith. This Nets team, collectively, they just don't have that many good fantasy players. Other than Claxton and Bridges, now really, even when guys get 30 minutes, they don't really do much. For the Magic, I don't know why Jalen Suggs only played 60 minutes and Markelle Fultz played 25 there. And Cole Anthony played 26. I would still hold on to Jalen Suggs. He still had 2 steals in 60 minutes. But with every guard healthy, Jalen Suggs is not going to get huge minutes. Yeah, he's just not. Gary Harris also is in the mix. Why not Carter Jr.? Because the blowout, the starter minutes a little bit low, understandably. And Ben Carroll is still out. So Caleb Houston came in. Not a great fantasy player. Franz Wagner, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists is all right. Speaking of the Magic, standing-wise, they are doing okay. 7th right now in the East. Okay, it's not bad. The game is wild. Max Strus hit a 60-footer to beat the buzzer, to beat the Mavs. Luka played 41 minutes. He fought hard, 45 points, 14 assists with 3 steals and 9. Luka has just been crazy. In the last month, Luka is the number 1 ranked player, averaging 35 points, 9 rebounds, and 10 assists. Yeah, it wasn't for Jokic. I think he would, and obviously Shea is also in the mix. But these guys would be you know top of the charts. Um, Although the Mavericks did, they don't have a good record like the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like Shea's numbers is also insane, but because Jokic exists, he's probably gonna win it again. I'll be surprised if he doesn't. I didn't check the MVP odds, but actually let's just check right now. MVP odds, NBA. Well, before the season, it was actually Luka is the favorite. They didn't have the odds here. Come on. Yeah, Jokic right now is minus 150, 160. Shea is plus 250. So right now it's really between Jokic and Shea, and Luka has an outside chance. Everybody else is pretty much, unless something significantly changes. That's crazy. Jokic is gonna get his third. Um, Insane. But he's putting up insane numbers. I mean, this man is Kyrie. Kyrie is good, 30 points, 5 threes. He's been playing, a lot better lately. I think now that all the drama is kind of behind him, at least this season, he's the 12th ranked player in the last month. Pretty good stuff. Derek Lively, he's been starting, and Gafford came off the bench for 7 minutes. I'm gonna see for 2 more games. If not, you gotta cut Daniel Gafford. It's just what it is. You gotta cut him. Because you don't know how long this is gonna continue, and especially if you're trying to win, you get to the playoffs, you're not gonna hold a guy that plays 7 minutes a game. PJ Washington had 3 steals and a block, 11 points, pretty good, and Josh Green had 4 steals and 7 points. Just a streamer, their schedule is good, and Tim Hardaway Jr. is obviously droppable at this point. Could be streamed for threes. That's really it. Cleveland Cavaliers, Max Strus. He's not a must roster. He's, with everybody back, he plays like 25 minutes, although he had a crazy good game here. Just a 3-point streamer. And Evan Mobley had 12 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and a steal. That's also overall very, very good. 7 assists stands out. Jared Allen had 19 and 9 and a block. Donovan with 31 points. Donovan has been insane this year. Hit 7 threes here and a block. 7 turnovers, a little bit high. And Darius Garland continues to be struggling. Just not a good season overall for this guy. I mean, he was hurt for a long time. Maybe just getting himself back into game shape. Another bad game. But this guy is feel like he's gonna be undervalued next year. Depending on how he finishes this year. The next one is the New Orleans Pelicans destroyed the Knicks. Knicks has been losing quite a few games. How about Herbert Jones and Trey Murphy? With CJ McCollum out, these guys gonna run wild for a little bit. Herbert Jones, I mean, not the best game, but still had the minutes is great, with CJ out. But Trey Murphy had the better one. 6 threes, 26 points, amazing. Zion Williamson, sometimes he's running the point guard. Played 30 minutes, also pretty good, had 2 blocks. Same thing with Brandon Ingram, had 2 blocks. Valanciunas, because the game is too easy, I guess. Grabbed 9 rebounds at 7 points. But in the short term, Herbert Jones and Trey Murphy, these guys are must rosters until CJ comes back, and then they start splitting the minutes. For the Knicks, Precious, all these guys are must rosters until OG and Julius Randle come back. We don't know when that would be. Precious Achua had 7 rebounds and a block, 15 points. Josh Hart has been amazing. 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals for 15 points. Struggled a little bit from the free throw line. That happens. Oh, yeah. In this game, we also have Jalen Brunson now. So, of course, no surprise there. They got destroyed. Miles McBride started. Yeah, if Jalen Brunson continues to be out, this is kind of obvious. You got to go with Dante. You got to go with McBride. And Dante should also have a huge usage. He took 18 threes this game. And Bogdanovich is okay. You could stream him. But the fact that they give McBride 40 minutes and only give Bojan 29, that, I don't think that's great for his fantasy value. Every once in a while he'll go off. The next one is the Sixers lost to the Celtics. Yeah, I mean, what is Paul Reed doing? Not his fault. He only played 14 minutes. But again, like Nick Nurse just does not trust Paul Reed. Just no trust. There will be games he play 30 minutes. It's going to be hard to hold on to a guy. So I would say, like, if Sixers in the playoffs, if they only have a 3 games week, and let's say they have a game on Monday and then they don't have a game till Thursday, like you drop him. Maybe you play him on Monday and drop him, right? Because he could just give you nothing for the whole week. Buddy Hield horrible. Max is really the only guy who had a great game. And what is up with Tobias Harris? The game he took 19 shots, horrible, 13 points. And Kelly Oubre Jr., same thing across the board, just horrible. And Kyle Lowry is also on this team now. He played 23 minutes. He could be a streamer maybe. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then D'Anthony Melton came back, played just 9 minutes. Yeah. I think if he, at some point, if he start playing 25 minutes, over 25 minutes, then we can pick him back up again. But no, obviously he's hurt again. For the Celtics, yeah, I mean Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum both had close to 30 points. Kristaps Porzingis, great game, 12 for 12 on the free throw line. Derek White, this is what he does: 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. What a beast! Jrue Holiday added those defensive stats as well, so overall not bad. Moving on to the next one, the Jazz got destroyed by the Atlanta Hawks with no Trae Young, 97. Yeah, this Jazz team, I think after the trade, they traded Kelly Olynyk and a bunch of other guys. I mean, they're right now out of the plains pretty much. They are not really, I guess, really trying that hard to win, with the trades they did. Now it's just player development. Keontae George, you could roster him. He's going to start. He's going to play huge minutes. Although he doesn't get a lot of defensive stats, that's really his only knock. But the points, the assists, the three should be good. Colin Sexton out of nowhere. That's got to be a career high with 6 steals. That's amazing. John Collins really struggled here. And Taylor Hendricks has been starting. Is he a great fantasy player? Does he get a lot of defensive stats? If he does, then we could look at him. Well, this game, Walker Kessler is also, came off the bench. I don't know if he can play. I guess you could play Kessler, Hendricks, but the spacing would be kind of horrible. Lauren Markin also a horrible game. Yeah, the Jazz got destroyed by the Atlanta Hawks, which I don't know. And also Claxton was bad, 2 for 10, 8 assists. For the Hawks, we have Jalen Johnson just popping off again, 22 points with 13 rebounds and 2 threes. Amazing. Just the guy just put up numbers. Bogdanovic is going to eat pretty good. 19 points, 2 steals, and 2 blocks, and 3 threes. He's going to start. He's going to get minutes. Amazing. DeJounte Murray, same thing, 11 assists. Right off the bat, as soon as Trae Young gets hurt, he start averaging double-digit assists. Clint Capella with a steal and 3 blocks. That's also not bad. But it's a little bit concerning, right? Like, Okungwu is not even there. He only played 25 minutes. Hunter and Sadiq Bey, these guys could be stream players, only if they got a back-to-back or something like that. The next one is the Charlotte Hornets. Oh my God, there's so many blowouts in the NBA yesterday. 85 to 123, Charlotte Hornets. These teams struggle to score 100 points. When is LaMelo Ball going to be back? It seems like he's practicing, so like they're going to play him. But he's going to maybe out for back-to-backs and things in that nature. Trey Man, so that's why, in the short term, you hold on to Trey Man. But because they're so bad, nobody's really putting up good numbers. Brandon Miller and Miles Bridges played okay. Miles Bridges is minus 48. He's 37 minutes. Absolutely horrible. But he still get 37 minutes. Nick Richards is a hold. Cody Martin, for sure. I think he's actually a must roster with as long as LaMelo Ball is out. Like, we have to stream him. He's really good. A lot of defensive stats. He also had 7 assists and 6 rebounds here, although he went shot 1 for 7. And we look at the Bucks. Easy work across the board. Damian Lillard shot the ball okay, which you don't really see that a lot this season. Giannis, 24 points. Yep. Brook Lopez had 2 steals and 2 blocks in his 23 minutes. Yeah, not much to talk about this game. Just a total beatdown. The next one, how about Detroit? They won a game again. 105-95. And Jalen Duren has been playing. He's been good all season, I would say. It's just the lack of defensive stats. But for whatever reason, the last few games, he started getting a lot of them. 1 steal and 3 blocks. Jaden Ivey, is he a must roster? I think, if you don't care about the efficiencies, like, for sure, he's a guy, like, he give you good counting numbers. 15 points, 5 assists, a steal and a block. Just a bit of everything, right? And they're playing him high minutes. Kate Cunningham, great efficiency game. one steal, one block, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists with 26 points. And Isaiah Stewart is back, but they're still playing All-Star Thompson. The spacing might be a little bit scary, to be honest, for the guards to operate. All-Star is not a known three-point shooter. All-Star Thompson is the must roster. Again, he had 35 minutes, so do not touch him. Like if he's out there on the waiver wire, go grab him. He's going to be so good in category leagues just because the defensive stats he get. And then Bulls, it's disappointing. They lost to the Detroit Pistons, but Kobe White, the minutes is huge. But this is what happens. He goes 2 for 14. Sometimes Ayo Dosunmu also goes 4 for 14. These two guys shot horrible versus the bad Detroit team. Vucevic had a big game with 25 points with 10 rebounds and a block. Caruso had 5 steals. That's to be expected, when you play a team like the Detroit Pistons. So he's a must roster just if he can stay healthy. And DeMar DeRozan with 25 points and 7 for 7 from the free throw line. But, this Bulls team, another disappointing season. The next one is the Spurs and the Timberwolves. They kept it close. The Spurs, the Victor Wembanyama is so good. 13 rebounds, 2 steals. I feel like at some point it would not be fair in fantasy for somebody to draft Victor Wembanyama in the first, if you have the first pick, you might have to lose something. You might need to lose like a 7th round pick or something because Victor Wembanyama is that good. Is that unfair if he stay healthy? The numbers he's putting up is just crazy. Devin Vassell, and he's been healthy for I don't know how. Is he can he stay healthy? Is also a very, very, very big question mark. For his career, Devin Vassell with 2 threes, 3 steals, 6 assists, and 21 points, pretty good. Trey Jones, good. Jeremy Sohan only got 60 minutes. He's not a must roster, and Keldon Johnson here had a big game. So the minutes are kind of all over the place for some of the Spurs players. But Devin Vassell and Trey Jones, outside of Wembanyama, you gotta roster these two guys. And we look at the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, great game, 34 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, and block. The Timberwolves still hold the one of the best record. Yeah, they're still the number 1 seed in the West. But Anthony Edwards' numbers, if you compare his to Shea's, to Jokic's, they're not really in the same league, to be honest. So it's going to be hard for him to get in. Maybe not this year, on the season, right? He's averaging still good numbers, 26.5 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. But you compare that to Jokic, you compare that to Shea, I wouldn't say it's close. It's not even close. Just look at fantasy numbers and the efficiency just overall. It's not really close. So, yeah, if you look at past historical, fantasy rankings could be a somewhat good indicator. If the guy is not top 10 in fantasy, to win the MVP, that's going to be hard. But he had a great game here. Also added 4 steals and a block with 4 threes. Amazing, actually. Mike Conley played 20 minutes, not much, had a steal, but we still want to roster him for his assists, though. And Rudy had 17 rebounds and 4 blocks. Absolutely huge game out of Rudy. And Jaden McDaniels finally got some defensive stats, but I wouldn't trust it, because they're playing the Spurs. The next one is the Miami Heat beat Portland. At this point, Miami Heat, they are... Ben Adebayo played okay. Jimmy Butler is back and added 4 steals and 2 blocks after the suspension, right? 9 assists. This is a very Jimmy Butler-like game. Great. And they also got Terry Rozier back. Look at that. A steal and 2 blocks, 19 points and 2 threes. And Duncan Robinson hit 4 threes and 2 steals and 17 points. Okay. Delon Wright, who got the start last game, now that everybody's back, he only gets 17 minutes. Same thing with JJJ, only just 30. Oh, he still got 30 minutes, but didn't really do much with it. But Duncan Robinson, we could stream him, as long as Tyler Hero is out. For Portland, they're supposed to do player development for School Henderson, but he's been out. So, they give the ball to a Fernie Simons who played 40 minutes. 4 threes, 26 points. It's good. Like, points and threes is good. Can he do other things? And too many games. I mean, I understand they're a bad team, but yeah, he's not really putting up. Like, the counting numbers is great, no doubt. Chris Murray, horrible game, but if he's going to start and get 30 minutes, like, I'll be interested in him in fantasy. And DeAndre Ayton, I think, exited the game. Before he exited, he was great. In 18 minutes, he had 12 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. It sucks. He's been playing really good. Ayton was under the radar a little bit. He's been really good in the last. In the last week, in the last month, actually, he's the 16th ranked player. That's more like it. Um, Jeremy Grant, who also added 2 steals in the block, then 10 rebounds. Jeremy Grant, 3 threes, 3 steals. Also a pretty good game. He's still playing. He's still putting up numbers. So you just ride with him. And Matisse Thybulle, I think, with School Henderson out, with a bunch of other guys out, he's been getting great minutes. So I'll look at him to roster him, especially in category leagues. Like, he got 30 minutes again. 25 to 30 minutes of Matisse Thybulle can give you a bunch of defensive stats. And the last game of the night, the Houston Rockets lost to OKC. The Rockets, they won a bunch of games early on, but I think they have completely fallen off in the last few months. Fred VanVleet, another horrible game. Since All-Star break, I mean, he was injured, so maybe give him a few more games, but another bad game here. Jalen Green plays just 28 minutes. Ataro Eason is still out, so when everybody healthy, he just doesn't get the minutes, right? And 16 points and 2 threes is okay. Like, he's gonna give you some points, 15 points a game, 16, 17. And occasionally he's going to go for 30. But on the games he doesn't go for 30, he's lying. We don't know how, And also now the minutes is not there. So he's not a must roster. I think he could be a streamer for points and threes. Şengün had 23 points. He did everything. 2 steals and 2 blocks, 6 assists. But, 7 for 12 is a big hit on your free throw. When you have guys like that shoot low 70s, high 60s, these type of guys, even mid 70s, if they go to the free throw line on a high volume, they could really lose you free throws in a week, in any given week, because they could just go, they could just go something like 7 for 12, and you completely screwed. Jabari Smith, who's been playing quite well, like, he's been getting a lot of rebounds. Another game with 30, he's a great rebounder, I guess. 13 rebounds. He gets a lot of defensive rebounds. A steal and a block, and Dylan Brooks, not really a fantasy relevant, although the minutes is there. For Oklahoma City Thunder, how about Shea again? Yeah, I mean, we're just getting numb at this point. 31 points, 4 threes. He had 4 threes, 8 assists, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Only 1 steal. Josh Giddey, another bad game with only 20 minutes. I mean, he's been droppable for a while now. Yeah. I don't know if this is going to change. Next year, he's going to get drafted in the last two rounds because, he may not even. I mean, he might start, but he's not going to get the minutes. Lou Dort plays just 21 minutes, also pretty horrible. But how about Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams? These 2 guys, amazing game again. 24 points, 2 steals and 2 blocks, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. For Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren, 1 steal and 3 blocks, 13 rebounds, and 18 points. Just amazing. Chet Holmgren is amazing. Next year, this guy could be a top, honestly, like a 3rd round pick, easily. 2nd or 3rd in category leagues. Late 2nd, maybe. Also, amazingly, he's been healthy all year, pretty much. He missed maybe only 1 or 2 games. Or, yeah, he played, also, he met Victor Wembanyama. Like, these 2 guys being healthy. Okay, and that's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.